On Daf 90 of Pesachim, we ask a really fascinating question. Does an offering made to the temple retain any monetary value for the person making the offering? So what are we talking about? What's the case here? So say you have a Pesach offering, a Passover offering, and you bring it up and you're eating your Passover portion. Now, what if you wanted to include in the group, the chabor that are eating this Passover offering, a prostitute? And say that the money, that the meat you're going to get, that you're going to be eating, you're going to be enjoying, well, that value is going to be in return for the payment for the money that I owe you. Now, the difficulty here is, as the Torah says, that the money given to a prostitute for services is considered to be not clean enough to be used to be buying an offering for the temple. So really, we're getting back to this question, is this meat that you're offering, because you're allowed to eat it, does that have monetary value? Can you give that to somebody who's might be allowed to eat it and say, I'm giving you this meat in exchange for value, in exchange for money? And the problem would then be that, wow, then who can you give it to? If it's not allowed to give it to a prostitute, is therefore that considered payment to a prostitute? Does that make the entire thing invalid? Or do we say the other way, that once something is an offering to the temple, that it is no longer yours at all, and you really don't have the ability to trade the then slaughtered offering to somebody else for any monetary value? It's no longer your money. Yes, you have the ability to eat from it, but it's not like you could then trade that meat for money because it's considered to be like a possession of yours. In a certain way, it is owned by the temple, and you just have the benefit of eating from it and maybe sharing that meat with others who you choose to share it with, but it's not something that really can be exchanged for money because it's not really a possession. It's got out of your possession. So this is the real question. Do you retain ownership over something that has been designated to the temple and slaughtered for the temple? Even if you get a little bit of benefit, can that translate into monetary value, or can it not?